Hello all, good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. And this is Wednesday. So, what we are talking about today? We are talking about what's new in Business Central 2025 Release Wave 1, aka BC26. Now, I'll talk about one of the features that should help our administrator to save a lot of hassle that we had in Business Central. It's a pretty small change, but it's very important for administrator to kind of make their life easier. Now, with Business Central, there are options where you can download language packs from admin center or from the app source market, and then user can then translate the GUI of Business Central into the localized language that they want. But if a user is new and he's just browsing around, he might cause some confusion into the different areas in Business Central, which will cause problem. Now, Business Central user interface is translated by apps that Microsoft provide, or if there is a language app built by a partner on AppSource. Administrator install these language packs, and afterward, in the My Setting, user can choose a language in which they want to use Business Central. Till Business Central 25 or BC 2024 Release Wave 2, you can choose from a full list of all the languages in Business Central, regardless of do you have a language pack installed on for them or not. And this sometimes leads to the confusion experience because it's difficult to choose a language. Now let's understand what I'm trying to say before we move ahead. So let me open my Business Central environment and see there. Okay, here we are on Business Central environment. Let me switch to a BC25 environment. Okay, and in this we'll see how things are done. Right, so till now what happens, and even in Business Central 26 or aka 2025 Release Wave 1, and let me open it in a separate tab in the meantime. Typically when user is exploring the app, they always go to My Settings, and in My Setting they have an option to choose language. Now when they open it, this displays all the supported language by Microsoft at this moment. But you can't just randomly select anything. You need to have the extension in place before you start installing it. The behavior is still same when you go into My Settings and then choose the language. So you see all the languages. In a real world scenario, what administrators will be doing when they need the content into a different language is they'll be going into extension management, and from there they'll be going into app source gallery. Now if you haven't seen it, it was in the previous release where Microsoft discontinued or replaced the marketplace with app source gallery, which is based on an API which looks for the apps. And then what they'll do is they'll look for where name has, let's say, language. Okay, didn't find anything, that's odd. Okay, let's look at publisher name, Microsoft, and this can be from third party, but you will see that there are some apps which are specific to language like this, right? So I should say @ language star. Okay, so these are the supported language from Microsoft. There can be languages from the partner ecosystem, but they need to choose a language from the region that they are from, or they need translation, and they need to install these apps. But even then, the list for on My Settings is pretty big, and user can still go and make mistakes. So what Microsoft did in this release, Business Central 26 and higher, what administrators can do is go and search for a page called allowed languages. In the allowed language, they can start choosing what language they would like in their environment. surely based on what they have installed from the app source, and they can just choose some languages. And I'm not sure that these have the packs or not, but this is just a list of all the languages. Now once they have chosen 3 languages, they just need to close the page, and then when user gets into my settings and try to choose language, they only see the filter list of location which is done by the administrator, and it shows here that the list of languages has been filtered by administrator. So it makes it easier for users to see what language this particular environment support, and it also makes life simpler for our administrator to make sure that they only add languages which are installed from app source into their environment. It's a pretty small change, but I'm pretty sure that makes life so simpler for our administrator so that they can do things in a neat and a clean way. Okay, so what next? At this point, there are 3 things I would like from you. One, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button. It acts as a motivation for us. If you think that there is a real use case or there is something that will help you with this video, add it into the comment section. If there is a specific feature that you're looking for me to talk about regarding Business Central new release, add it into the comment section, and at least share this video with one person or an administrator whose life this will have an impact on him. So I will see you sooner than later into the next video. Until then, keep learning and keep sharing whatever you're learning. Thank you and have a nice day.